Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Have a little video for you motorcycle addicts out there right now. So I have a 1984 650 Nighthawk. It's in decent condition. I did lay it down last year. As you can see, the blinkers are both broken on that side there. So a little bit of a scuffage that kind of happened just over the course of that little crash. I don't have any of that on tape, but it wasn't fun. Just a deer kind of came out in front of me, and yeah, what I'm going to show you guys today is how to change a bleeder valve on your motorcycle. Most of these are going to be generic, so that means that you may be driving or you may have tried to start up your bike and you notice that your clutch, as in right here, is very soft. So what I mean soft is there's actually, the hydraulic clutch, well, being basically, if you have a hydraulic clutch, this is only going to be sort of working towards for those people. But basically, this mechanism in here, as you can see, you have your fluid, which then goes down all the way into your clutch housing, which is down here. Usually there is a protective covering over top of it, which would be something like that. So just little cheap plastic that you can kind of just pull off. Once you have that pulled off here, you're going to see that there is a bleeder valve that has a little rubber top. Probably the rubber top's going to be on top of it, something like that. And this is your bleeder valve. Now, how to bleed your clutch is going to be in another video, so if you did come for that, I'll post the link up in the description or down in the description for you to do that. This is basically how to change it, because if you guys noticed, I'm not sure if you can, this bolt right here, this bleeder valve, is actually stripped. So as you can see here, I know it's a little lubed up right now, but it is stripped. It's basically just a circle, and I'm going to show you guys how I got this off and how I'm going to change it. So basically, I was just going to bleed the clutch because I did want to go for a drive, but I noticed that it's really hard for me to get this back tightened up, so I'm just going to replace it and then just kind of wait for Friday when the parts come in. I don't actually have the new bleeder valve, but I'll show you guys all the steps, and then you basically just do them backwards to reinstall it. I noticed that my clutch was, a little squeaky. That's where I got my name from, but it was a little squeaky, and it was very, very light. There's no feel in it whatsoever, and my clutch wasn't catching. This isn't your clutch that's bad, actually. It's just the fact that you just need to bleed it because it's hydraulic. Just like your brakes, you basically do the exact same thing. First step is, for me, basically, depending on your bike, is all you really have to do is just get something to loosen this up. Now, what I ended up buying, so it's that little box, and they basically come with these little wrench, I don't know what you call them actually, but they're basically 4 strip bolts, and they kind of just have a bunch of teeth, different types of teeth in them, and you just basically get the general size and you just kind of put it on there, and then just use your ratchet. I have a 3/4 inch ratchet that I use to get these undone. Now, I ended up not being able to do that because I couldn't get a ratchet in here, so I just took off this I don't know if this is the stator, or basically I'm assuming that this is the stator. What it is for this bike, at least maybe that's the proper name for it, but it's what charges the battery, or continuously charges the battery while it's going, and also runs your coil packs and all that good stuff to make sure your sparks in your bike. But anyways, I just took this off to give me just a little bit more room to get a ratchet and a extension down on there. So I didn't have to do anything like this. I didn't have to take any of this off because I was able to just show you like this. So hopefully you guys can see here, but basically I just have my extension and my ratchet. It gives me enough room to get enough torque on there to actually spring this loose. So as you guys can see there, I've already done it. Obviously it took me a little bit of time, but these do work pretty well. And at this point, as you guys can see, there will be brake fluid that will be just kind of pouring out of it, and there will be air all through your system after this. Now that's why after you do this, you actually do have to, what I would be doing is making sure this doesn't get everywhere on the ground. So what I should be doing, just gonna lay a little rag here and I'll clean this all up after. But as you guys can hear right here, I don't know if you heard that, but it was like a little buzzing noise. That's just because of all the fluid is now leaking through the entire bike, and it's coming now outside your bleeder valve. So if you look up here, this is going to be basically all drained out now, and it's just going to be sucking air. That's totally fine for what I'm doing right now, because I'm just going to bleed the bike after I get the new bleeder valve. So once you have this all pretty easy from here, at this point you should be able to just use your hands just to kind of unwind the whole thing. So as you guys can see here, this would be the bleeder valve, as you can see. So it's basically just this. I would keep this rubber grommet because I don't know if the new bleeder valve that I'm getting is going to have this rubber grommet. But basically now all that you're going to do is this bleeder, obviously it's pretty old, it would be the stock one, but if you guys noticed how stripped it is, it's just basically a circle. It's because of the fact that I ended up having my reservoir screws stripped as well, and they started leaking, so I had to bleed my clutch constantly because I was lazy and just didn't want to get new screws. I ended up doing that as well, and maybe I'll make a little video about how that can also sort of mess this up as well. But this is just to show you guys, hopefully it helped you, just how to change a bleeder valve. All you have to do is now, I'm going to get a new one, I'm going to slip this rubber grommet right back over top, and then all you have to do is stick it in there, and as you can see, it should thread all the way down, just like that. And then basically I'll show you guys after how to properly bleed your hydraulic clutch. So hopefully this video helped you just to change the bleeder valve. If you guys are just here to learn how to just kind of bleed your bike and then figure out you know, why, if this is just an easy fix for you rather than having to replace the whole clutch. And most of the time you can, if it is hydraulic, you can just sort of bleed it and it'll be back to normal. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If not, you know, leave me a comment why, and if you do need that video, it will be down in the description below. So as always, let's play it off with some music.